Do not call Colonel Sanders daddy in my chat. It's time to stop! Do you just have clips living in your head constantly? Yes! Hoshi YouTube! I'm Stellatrix. This is my Twitch chat, and we're coming at you live from a starship near you. Today we will be perceiving Your Work Confessions by Degenerocity. Never seen these videos before, but they look hilarious. Anyway, strap on, watch video. I do that.
Hello.
Hello.
It's D.
D's nuts.
That was my worst intro ever.
Oh,
hey y'all,
God.
It's your favorite gambling man, back with another confessions video. You and I know the gist by now. You guys send me your confessions.
I don't know the gist. I've never seen the gist. In fact, I don't even know how to spell gist.
And I read them while crying on the inside. This time the topic was work confessions. Bad things or unusual stuff that happened at your workplace. And I know half of you guys are unemployed, but don't get me wrong, you guys still send me the good stuff. Some of your confessions were a little bit mild, while at the same time, some of your confessions were a little bit wild. And at the end of the day,
How freaking long does it take this man to edit these videos? Surely you just...
the same conclusion is that I hope all your bosses watch this video. Let's just get into it. First, I don't got no damn job. I work in a school as a student. One of my classmates made 2 holes in the walls of my classroom. You work in school as a student? When did that become a job? I've been a student for basically all my life and I never got paid squat. I did more than 12 good years working and I never saw a cent. I need my reparations. My brother's boss had...
Okay, but like, what kind of school are you going to where you can punch a hole in the wall? I don't know about you guys, but I only ever went to schools that had this weird, like, it wasn't concrete, but the wall was this weird, it was like the ceiling texture, but it was hard, and it was white, and it had grooves. Does anybody know what I'm freaking talking about? It was like this. But it was hard. You couldn't punch a hole through it for sure.
Little Caesars was giving people raises if they did the nasty. Even the men. Second story, a Karen at a local McDonald's was mad her nuggets weren't out in time. It was a 1-minute wait and she threw a fit. She was also very obese. So she hurled her fat over the counter and tried fighting the cashier. She didn't land one punch and she got punched once and was knocked out cold. Lastly, a customer at Arby's was mad over curly.
This mofo has to be making this up. Come on. Oh, those look tasty. I want fries though.
Curly fries and pulled out a gun and started firing. Honestly, I'm still stuck at the first confession because did your brother like take the raise? Like I'm not judging. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do in this life. But did you take the raise? Like how big was the raise? You know, if it was like an extra $10 an hour with a free side of crazy bread and wings, that's kind of tempting.
What are these freaking clips? Where do people like this? Where do you find clips like this? Do you just have these? Do you just have clips living in your head rent-free constantly?
Yes. You gotta do, but like everybody else doing it, I might as well join in. And for the curly fries one, I kind of understand it. When you order food and you expect a certain kind of standard to it and it comes back mid, I'ma start going crazy on the spot and start rapping to the cashier saying, let's play a little game I made. All you gotta do is pick a candy bar, one gotta play. Some people be serious about that curly fries. And the fat girl, yeah, whatever. More of the story, accept all opportunities to get in a raise. I work as a teller at my state's credit union. I once had a woman who was cleaning money from her account. She had a bunch of Zelle deposits from her dad, but turns out her dad has been dead for 6 months and she was pretending to be him, withdrawing from ATMs and transferring money from his account to hers without permission. Needless to say, she didn't get the money. I'm having trouble understanding this.
What?
I mean, I might be stupid, but like, I'm still having trouble with it because I don't see anything she did wrong.
I'm sorry, what does that say? Man says his threat to blow up a bathroom had nothing to do with a explodey boy. This sure is an acid trip.
Did wrong. I mean, I bet this is marked as a crime under some random law somehow.
Some random law? What do you mean under some random law? That is fraud. That is literally fraud. That's a felony.
I still don't see what she did wrong. Her dad's dead. What does he need the money for? Who is she gonna ask for permission? His coffin? She gotta ask the bank for permission to her dad's money? Like why? Why does the bank need the money for? Like, come on, man. You hope.
Okay, I mean, no, we're not considering it. No, that's illegal. Is she next of kin? Because I mean, if she's next of kin, She definitely should be getting the. No, it's fraud. It's fraud.
Holding her up from showing off her emotion. And for what? Her dead dad that's not gonna use the money? I don't see any problem with what she did. I mean, I bet if I did some research, I probably would, but I'm not. I'm gonna be on her side blindly. I don't care.
No.
Go get your dead dad's money, girl. I used to work at KFC.
I'm not being sold on fraud right now. No.
And for some reason, my coworker started putting—
Is this a real video? Wait a minute. No, screw the confession. Is this real?
like 10 squirts of money, girl. I used to work at KFC.
This looks like a suit. I don't know what it is about this. This doesn't look like a real person's body. Do not call Colonel Sanders daddy in my chat. I swear to God, if I get one freaking comment on YouTube that calls Colonel Sanders daddy, I'm banning everybody.
And for some reason, my coworker started putting like 10 squirts of mayo on every sandwich that was ordered. And this person provided some evidence alongside it too.
I'm a mayo lover. I love extra mayo, but
ever open up my fast food bag and I see a mayonnaise sandwich has been replaced for my burger, I'm chucking that sandwich back at that worker, not gonna lie. No, you won't. You're right, I won't. I worked as a waiter in this smaller little restaurant. After someone left, I picked up the dishes like a normal person would. There was this guy who worked in the back who was cleaning the dishes really fast, so everyone kind of relied on him. Until one day we call him not washing the dishes, but licking them. Anyways, not long after, the place shut down to no surprise. Bro was just cleaning the leftovers off, making sure the place was spick and span. Bro was just doing his job. And the fact that y'all relied on him, meant he was a diligent worker. He did nothing wrong. I wouldn't eat there, or let my family eat there, or let my friends eat there, or let my dogs eat there, but hey, to each their own. Basically, I used to work in this Mexican restaurant. Reason I applied there, I always kept getting rejected by other places. McDonald's, Taco Bell, and other last resort jobs.
I wonder why.
Nobody want you. But I was able to get a job at this restaurant for $3 an hour as a servant, bro.
What?
You don't got a job, you're a slave. That is not a job, you are a servant. This is the type of job I'd take if I had debt to owe to the boss. At first I came in for the training, which the restaurant didn't really teach much, so I had to teach myself. But
okay, no, but like that's every retail job ever. They don't teach you anything, you just learn. They act like they teach you something and then you learn on the spot and they get mad at you for not knowing.
Weird AF. I had to serve a group of friends that were senior citizens and they were showing pictures of their private parts to each other in public. And I saw that while I was taking their order. More of the story, work somewhere non-food related, such as AutoZone, where I'm happy. Old people be weird sometimes. They're either the most intelligent, loving people you've ever met in your life, or second to babies. All the old people I personally know are loving and intelligent though. You know, I love you, grandma. But then there's sometimes those old people that be coming up to me talking in gibberish like, and I just gotta laugh it off like, I don't even know what they said. Yeah, old people be weird sometimes, but I'm glad that you freed yourself from the shackles of slavery and now work at AutoZone. I'm proud of you, bro. I'm happy that you're happy. Worked at a clinic around.
Okay, but like, you gotta think about it. If you are interacting with an old person that is a little cuckoo, but like nobody in your family is a cuckoo old person, then I have to wonder, is it because of a difference in support? Something to think about next time you interact with a weird old person.
Worked at a clinic around 18 years old. Got paid in gift cards. Coworker got shot, and I had to see a patient myself.
What?
Imagine having some kid come in asking you about your jaundice. The hell?
Am I high? Or did this confession not make any sense at all? What? What is happening here? Worked at a clinic around 18 years old, got paid in gift cards, coworker got shot, and I had to see a patient myself once.
Imagine having some kid come in asking you about your jaundice. The hell is a jaundice? Jaundice, a medical condition with yellowing of the skin or whites of the eyes, arising from excess of the pigment bilirubin and typically caused by obstruction of the bile duct.
Liver, yeah.
The hell is bilirubin? Bilirubin, an orange-yellow pigment formed in the liver by the breakdown of hemoglobin and excreted in bile. What the hell is a hemoglobin? Hemoglobin, a red protein responsible for transporting oxygen in the blood of viltrumites.
I'm sorry.
A red protein responsible for transporting oxygen in the blood of viltrumites.
Yeah. So, hemoglobin is the thing responsible for anemia. if you don't have enough of that, you're anemic. Unless you're me, in which case you're microcytic anemic, and your red blood cells are just too small for no reason. No reason at all. No reason. I have enough hemoglobin. My hemoglobin's fine, but my iron is all over the place. Sorry, anyway.
Oh, okay. Working for any kind of politician gotta be one of the worst jobs, not gonna lie. I once got an internship for this dude I didn't know much about. And every day there'd be crazy people coming into his office screaming, holding signs with actual blood on them, making death threats, and just being altogether vile. I don't know if it's because the guy was Republican or something, but it traumatized me and made me never want to work in the private sector again. Honestly,
what was your job?
There's no such thing as an honest politician, bro. I can almost guarantee that the higher on the ladder the politician is, the more likely the employees will be treated like garbage. I just don't like the politics space in general, because the more you look into it, the more you're like, damn, man, everybody a piece of huh? I would never want to work in that space. Unless I'm gonna be president.
But what was his job, though?
First law, I'm the only dude on Tinder. All the girls have to swipe right on me. Why the hell?
Her hair is cute, though.
Law, I'm the only dude on Tinder. All the girls.
That is really cute hair. I want her hair. He was an intern for a politician? Yeah, but like an intern doing what? What was he doing?
Why the hell I still have no matches? One of my coworkers' boyfriends started working with us recently. He got yelled at by a stupid bitch manager. Oh my God, I hate that stupid bitch! Anyways, the dude got yelled at by the manager, and it got to the point where he freaking snapped at that. He started insulting her, raising his voice to the point he turned red. The girlfriend tried to step in, pushing him to the side. He pushed her off and yelled, "Don't freaking touch me!" Another co-worker pulled up to stop him, and that's where he went berserk. He was pushing him.
Not the berserk reference.
"I'm gonna kill you! You!" The people in the restaurant had enough and tried to fight him because the majority of the staff and customers were Hispanic and Latino. He panicked and went outside, locking the customers inside.
I can't keep up.
Two old Mexican folk with freaking machetes. Can you believe that? Machetes. What? Unfortunately,
what year is this?
And is about to get fired. Why isn't he already fired, bro? That story is crazy. And by the sounds of it, you hate your manager too. Is your manager Chris Rock or Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen?
Okay, my manager was Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen.
I don't know, man. Crazy story. I don't even know what to say, just crazy. When I was younger, I worked at McDonald's. It was painful and tiring, and I ended up getting myself fired. One day at 1 p.m., I was making french fries till this guy named Michael showed up. He caused employees to freaking quit or get fired. Till this guy named Michael showed up. He caused employees to freaking quit or get fired. He messed up the employees' work like putting food poisoning in it. What? Today's was the—
I'm sorry, putting food poisoning in it? How do you put food poisoning into something? Did he inject the food with botulism? Is Michael like a wizard who specializes in potion craft? How do you inject food with food poisoning? Salmonella, yeah. Is he just like slapping the food with uncooked salmons?
The most evil ever. He got up on the counter, put his pants down, including underwear, and then he started peeing.
So my guess wasn't far off, I guess? Okay, Michael, all right.
And while the french fries were boiling, he told the manager that I peed in the french fries to let you know the cameras were broken and nobody was in the kitchen. Turns out Michael was the son of the manager and he believed Michael always. When I served the food to the customer said, "It smelled like piss," which ended up me getting fired.
This is so—
I hate working with a—
Okay, this is so fake. This is so fake. Damn it, I was rooting for Michael.
An employee like this, and I would hate having a boss like this. Bosses having kids work for them,
True.
And then obviously treating them with more respect and bias just because they're their kids. Like, I could never imagine working in a working environment like that. It just sounds too annoying. And the fact that you got fired for him peeing in the fries, bro, sue. I don't know what you're suing for, but sue. Just
everything.
One time when I was 5 and was still in China, my work master gave me 4 more hours of work for messing up the seam on a poop emoji plushie, trying to relate to my international audience. Share this video with Winnie the Pooh. I worked at a pizza place, and when the customers were kinda rude, I would make sure to spit on that hoe. My coworker on the—
I hate the clips he's using for this. Oh my God.
the other hand, would lay his balls on some pizzas. Good time. All right, I got a lot of confessions.
Y'all pizzas got balls in it.
Of some of you guys working in fast food and doing disgusting things to the person's order. Before break, the worst teacher came in the drive-thru, so we put fart spray on his burger. I spat in this guy's burger for being an a-hole, and it turns out the burger was for his kid, and the kid ate it. My friend has a habit of sneaking rat poison in his customers' meals. His ass hasn't been caught.
That is extremely dangerous and extremely illegal. That's literally, that's, you're literally gonna give oh my god. Even thinking about that gives me anxiety. That is deadly. You could kill somebody.
Yet. Isn't that illegal? You trying to kill your customers? What kind of habit is that? That guy is not normal. He's a serial killer in the making. I work at Wendy's. I peed in somebody's drink. They thought it was pineapple Sprite. All right, that one gotta be fake, but that's not the point. You guys are making me a little scared to go to these fast food chains because after reading these confessions, I think half my food gonna be spat in or have rat poison in it. Y'all legit crazy. But based on what I read, most of the time it's just for customers that are kind of rude to them. And honestly, looking through their lens and perspective, I could understand it. I'm not saying it's right or justified or anything, but if I worked at fast food and you were rude to me when you're ordering your food, I might add a little extra sauce to your food. Like sometimes customers be tweaking at the employees at these fast food places just because they got their order slightly wrong or the customer got an attitude at the start. Like I bet 95% of the time it's just gonna be normal customers saying normal orders, and then there'll be those one customers that be like, "You forgot the pickles!"
Not the pickles!
Making a scene, yelling at you like you're not about to make their food in the back.
Listen, I've worked in fast food before. It sucks. It's awful. But never once have I considered spitting in somebody's order.
Back of the kitchen where they can't even see you. You try to start a fight with me, I'm gonna put a Shrek Twinkie in your bag and say that's your burger. You gotta act exactly like this person I'm about to read right here. Worked at Bojangles when I was 15 and a customer called one of my coworkers a rat because his chicken was taking too long. So my dude fried a damn rat he kept in the freezer for a moment like this. No one but me and him knows this. See,
call that ratatouille.
These people be waiting for moments like this, and I'd be one of them. If I'm working at Mickey D's and a customer starts cussing at me, I prayed for times like this. I'm gonna put monkey brains in your burger. Honestly, I'd probably be one of those petty workers, man. Like, if I worked at Starbucks and someone asked for extra whipped cream.
Chat, what's worse, being fed rat poison or a whole freaking rat? Would you rather be fed rat poison or a rat?
On their iced coconut latte, I'm gonna be like, extra whipped cream? Nah, I gotta dip my feet in your drink, bro.
I'd eat the rat. I think what I know of rat poison, one singular instance of it probably isn't gonna do much. I might pick the rat poison.
Doing too much. If you had the opportunity to eat Bob's Burgers versus my bum's burgers, I reckon you take Bob's. My bum don't taste good. I would know. I've tried it. I worked at Starbucks in 2017 and I would put some pills in customers' drinks around the holidays. No cap, I went to jail for 2 years and 6 months probation. Ooh. The pills weren't any bad ones, just ones that made you feel good, like dopamine. Like, I got some psychopath.
Like you just had Adderall on hand? You were just dumping your Adderall? Are you the reason there was an Adderall shortage? Adderall's expensive, bro. Ain't nobody got time for that. What the heck?
That's in my audience. So back then I used to work at a gas station in high school. The only reason I worked there because it had good pay and my homie was working there too. So working at a gas station, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff go down. I've seen people get shot, stabbed, etc. So at that point, nothing really surprised me until one day, me and my homie were just doing our jobs. I was ringing up customers and homie was sweeping. Until this guy came in, normal looking guy, asked for a pack of rhino pills. Nothing crazy, people get that all the time.
What is that?
Barking. So I don't think much of it until I see a full grown adult man walking on all fours. And I would've just, okay, what the heck, if it wasn't for the fact he had on a dog mask on with a pants on either. He walked in bare cheeks out and a bra on. What the actual is happening right now? So the guy I was ringing up said, "Who's a good boy?" and pat me. So at that point, I left out like I was shocked. I don't.
Is that
a good boy?
Was that
and
Chainsaw Man? Chad, is this Chainsaw Man? Oh yeah, Denji. Oh my god. Oh my. Okay.
So at that point, I left out like I was shocked. I don't judge kinks, but I'm gonna judge this one. You're weird if you do this in public.
Not more Chainsaw Man. What is with the Chainsaw Man referencing? That. It's time to stop!
You traumatized my homie right here. He was just trying to work at the gas station. You pull up in full Metal Gear Solid uniform for you and your partner to do those activities for everybody to see. Not everybody
Some kinks deserve to be shamed.
Behind closed doors.
For a short period of time, I was working at this hardware store. And when I applied, my brother told me that the owner of the store is racist. And I wasn't gonna get hired because I'm Muslim. And when I applied, I did notice that every single worker was white. But I ended up getting the job for some reason. My brother was pretty surprised. Turns out my brother was right. That owner was racist. Every time I came into work and he was there, he would always pat me down to make sure I didn't have any contraband on me. Never once did I see him do that to any of the other workers. And one day, when I had gotten done cleaning the toilet, for some reason I was the only one getting that duty. I walked past
so far out of all of these, I hate that this is the most realistic one.
his office and his door was slightly open. And I heard bro on the phone with someone and he was talking about how he didn't trust me. And he straight up said I was a because I was Muslim. After that, I knew I needed to do something. So instead of quitting, I hit a brick of inside his office when he wasn't at work. And where I live, that stuff is mad illegal. I then gave an anonymous tip to the police in our town and he got arrested like a week later. I love your vids, cutie. W. Nothing but a W, bro.
I'm not condoning what this individual did. I don't condone illegal activity, but
the only other option I could have thought of is suing him. You know, that's my only other option. I would have recorded him saying all that junk and I would have sued.
No, honestly, that's what you should do. That's what you should do in this situation. At least in America, get evidence that discrimination like that is happening, sue, and then live the rest of your life rich AF.
Sued his ass. Or second option, statements that my lawyer told me not to say, so I won't say it. But your idea is pretty good. Nice. Someone said LeBron was better than Kevin Durant. That's because he is. Don't ever disrespect my little goat like that. My little husband is never gonna be disrespected like that.
Isn't LeBron like a huge jerk? I've only ever heard really awful stories about him.
I've known this girl for more than 4 years and I like her. I've known her since middle school. I don't know, I just really like her. She already rejected me. That's why I don't talk to her. Because she asked me not to. But I can't get over her. She just my first love. Fleeting emoji. Fate has it we now work together. And it's been more than a year since the last time I saw her. And she's, been looking at me. I've had a little glow up, so this isn't really a confession. I just need advice from someone I love. Enjoy. 100 emoji, 100 emoji, fire emoji, 100 emoji, 100 emoji.
I am so glad you asked this question. I have the perfect answer for you. So first, you gotta do this.
Nah, dump the girl that suddenly gives you attention after you've had a glow up. Nah, get rid of her.
Okay, this next story is a little too crazy to show any type of visuals for. So, in the meantime, I'm gonna read the story, and in your mind, I'll help you visualize everything that's happening right now. My sister's coworker Amy got into a fight with this other coworker Jason because he spread a rumor that she injected her pee and poop into the burger patties, and they threatened to fire her over that. Until she kept denying it.
What?
So they went into the parking lot and started throwing hands. But what Jason didn't know is that Amy had put a plastic bag up her before they went into the parking lot. She took like 6 laxatives.
What?
And then when they were fighting, she pooed her pants with wet diarrhea. So after they were done fighting, Amy said,
"See if you can spread this around."
And she reached into her pants and pulled out the plastic bag.
What's that?
And it was one of those where you could zip it up shut. So the plan for her was to throw it at him, but for it to be closed. And she didn't close the bag before she threw it.
That's not how this works.
And wet poo.
Was this is somebody who wrote a weird fetish. This is a person who has never interacted with a woman ever. For good reason. Ew, no.
All over his
Honestly,
face.
Can we just skip all of this?
And wet diarrhea.
No, we're skipping that. Ew,
What a beautifully eloquent story. I feel like that confession was on Shakespearean levels of drama. Any other day, this would be an amazing note to end on. But I have one more. And this one makes me feel like George R.R. Martin wrote this himself. So before I lay this story upon you, I just need to say this experience left me with mental scars to this day. So last year in 2022, it was a breezy and warm summer night shift at the Steak and Shake I was working at. It was just me and my homie since the boss left early that shift. There wasn't any customers, so we were just chilling for the most part. Suddenly, the front door slams open and enters a pregnant lady. But not any pregnant lady.
Okay.
For you see, she was in labor. We both stood there as she struggles her way to the counter, grasping onto her stomach. We're both a bit shaken from the sudden entrance, but I ask her, "Ma'am, are you okay?" She responds in an alarming tone.
In an alarming tone.
"Can you please take my order?" My homie is just flabbergasted and
I'm just envisioning this poor woman who's like, she knows she's about to spend the next 36 hours in labor, and she's like, I gotta get my goddamn McChicken before I try to pop this menace out. Honestly, she's real for that.
and slowly walks towards the kitchen, leaving me to take her order. I feel my throat close up as I ask what she would like. A bacon and cheese double baked burger with chocolate milkshake. With heavy breaths between nearly each word, we quickly prepare the order for her in the kitchen while trying to contact our boss. He just wouldn't answer. I don't know if his phone was dead or on do not disturb, but we just couldn't call the homie. So we finished the order and rushed back to the counter to see the lady laying on the ground straight up ready to give birth. She yells, "Food!" And we do so. We try to calm her down and suggest we call an ambulance for her, but she says, "I feel the triplets coming right now."
Okay, you lost me. You lost me. Does DoorDash not deliver to hospitals? I was thinking it was a ruse so that she could argue that she's not the one that has to pay for the ambulance visit. Maybe she lived right next door to the McDonald's. I don't know. If a concerned bystander calls the ambulance, then she's not the one that has to pay it, right?
Which just left me and my friend in a state of pure shock. She unwrapped her burger and started devouring it as we literally saw the baby pop out of her pee-pee area.
Oh my God.
And she was just pushing the poor kid out with all of her strength. She basically had to undress her.
Is this another poorly disguised kink?
Out safely. Bro, I felt so sick at that moment. I never wanted to see a pregnant woman unpants herself, but now I was forced to. Cause I literally had to help her give birth. Cut to 30 minutes later of this hell. 30 minutes of hearing her yell in pain as her newborn kids wailed out loud. 2 of the 3 kids.
See, that's the fakest part. That this only took 30 minutes.
Born in that time, and the absolute mess that was on the floor that she left. It was like spilled shake and burger pieces combined with all that birth
What are you talking
My
about?
homie was just done at this point and left minutes ago. Since it was the end of our shift, I couldn't leave yet because I had the store key and only could dip when all the customers are gone. So finally, as she was taking a bite of her burger, we pulled out the last kid. It was finally over. The hellfire was finally over. The ambulance came and took the lady and her kids out of the restaurant. And I was asked about what happened from one of the paramedics, and I had to explain the situation while my hands were still shaking. Afterwards, I was the only one left there, completely traumatized from that ordeal. I had to clean up what was left of her labor. I remember walking home after that and crying on the sidewalk from how much damage that did to my conscious and mental state. Needless to say, I genuinely feel nothing but pure injury on my soul from that night. Love your vids, by the way.
What anime is this? I see this anime everywhere. What anime is this, chat? This is my priorities. I'm just dissociating through this story at this point. I want to know what anime this is. Evangelion.
Sense of joy I will ever feel in this unforgiven earth. And in conclusion, Merry Christmas! Or wait, I'm late. Happy New Year! Bum bitty 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 bum bum.
Thanks, Degenerocity. Well, moral of this story, don't eat at fast food places. Don't work at fast food places. In fact, just stop existing entirely. If you have a better video for me to watch, perhaps one that's a little less mentally scarring, please leave a comment about it or join my Discord and you can suggest videos in the suggestions channel there. La 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 la.